mean, obviously, whoever protects the ball is going to have a huge advantage tonight.
Pitt won the toss, elected to defer, and we're underway, and there's our first muff. Joe Reed on the return for the Cavaliers. Comes across the 20-yard line, and the ball appears to be loose. Well, how about that? Right on cue. Pitt saying they have recovered. No signal yet. Coughed it up once, got it back, and then nearly coughed it up again.
I mean, the big thing for all the ball carriers tonight is we always hear running backs cover it up. Secondary plays that he's made for this team. He's the backbone of their offense.
That's just coming down in sheets. They will run it across the 30. That's Jordan Ellis. Third fewest in the ACC. They've got their first of the night. Now here's Bryce Perkins sprinting out to the right. Tough footing, and then he's wrapped up by Rashad Weaver, the defensive end. 8.5 of those on the season now.
A really aware play by Weaver. They try to block him with a back. He's just able to shed it.
A safe run and changing field position with a punt. Bobbled again. It will be Perkins going to the air, and he goes to Dubois. Dubois hydroplaning to the 45-yard line. That's a first down for the Cavaliers.
I mean, great job by Perkins at just gathering the snap. And he must have some pretty good-sized hands.
They've been really good on third down this year. 48%, second in the conference. Jordan Ellis will pick up a couple. And first play from scrimmage for Pitt going nowhere. Charles Snowden, the outside linebacker, and Mandy Alonzo combining on that stop. So second down at 16 for Pickett. Fake the toss to Olison, roll it out. Pickett will dump it off short. And this is here on Matthews. Good run after the catch. He's to the 40 and down to the 42. Good game at Notre Dame with a big play here of 31 yards.
Yeah, Pitt cuts down their formation to a bunch of tight splits. Fake toss. A bootlegging to get Matthews coming across.
46 yards per game. That's not what they do. It's certainly the run game, but that's a big play. And now Pickett on the jet sweep to Malik Carter. Carter is cut down in the backfield.
Center Jimmy Morrissey's got to be great with communication.
Pickett meets the 49-yard line of Virginia, and it's going to be close.
Virginia's fantastic in short yardage and fourth down situations and understand the weather.
Well, they decide to run it with Kenny Pickett straight ahead on the quarterback keeper, and they've got the first down. Defensive back by Trey. Using him a lot on offense. And now here's Darren Hall getting his first carry, and it's a good one. Inside the 20. Goodbye. Touchdown, Darren Hall. The senior from Youngstown, Ohio. 8 plays, 84 yards. And it's Hall bursting for 41 yards and a touchdown. Kessman, short kick to the middle of the field. From the 5, it's Joe Reed. Dangerous return man. And he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Start their second series. And here's Perkins looking right, throwing that way, man wide open. Touchdown Cavaliers. Terrell Jana, just his 4th catch of the year. And the sophomore from Vancouver gets the Cavaliers on the board for the first time. They combined for these two here tonight.
To this touchdown, Zacchaeus, who's the all-time reception leader at Virginia, is in the slot. Dane Jackson, the corner. Too much eyes on him, biting up. The safety doesn't have time to get over the top. And Bryce Perkins by Virginia against that Pitt power run game.
Delaney. The kick to Maurice French. He'll take it from the 1-yard line. One of the top returnmen in the country, Maurice French for Pitt.
Designed by Virginia, execution by Perkins.
Perkins and Zacchaeus, they make up 92% of Virginia's total offense. So I can understand why they were using him as a decoy. And now we've got another flag.
And get a completion.
Pickett rushed, at the 46-yard line. First sack of the night for the Virginia defense. It's Eli Handback, the nose tackle.
Yeah, just a great spin move, and it really is from confusion. Who's coming from where? The Pitt off.
Soggy Charlottesville, Virginia, with a lot on the line tonight in the ACC Coastal. Here's Perkins dumping it out short to Tanner Cowley. The tight end gets a nice screen. Busts loose inside. Panthers.
This is something Virginia does a ton. They move Cowley out, and then at the snap, he hesitates, steps down towards the ball like he's going to be part of the run, leaks out, and just like as Pitt and their offense, this needs to be a big part of who Virginia's going to be tonight. I just love the hesitation by Cowley. Stay in your rush lanes. Against an athlete like this, stay in your rush lane.
They go inside to Ellis again, and we may have another fumble. Yeah, the ball is loose. Virginia get it back.
Aggressive move. But trust your team.
Perkins has been trusting his tight ends this year. It's Evan Butts turning it over. Evan Butts looked like he was going to have enough for the first down.
It almost looks like it gets ripped right from him. Dane Jackson, the corner that...
By the way, that was ruled a 3-yard completion to the tight end and then a fumble. So we have had our first turnover of the night, and Darren Hall on that run. Team there.
Ours a physical runner, man. Aston coming underneath.
There goes in motion. Now Pickett calls him back. Pickett, hand off to Hall. And that's going to be a first down run for Darren Hall.
They've got 5 guys across the line of scrimmage. This offensive line, every one guy is standing up. Who's going to be the blitzer?
Pickett being chased by Snowden, and he is caught. Charles Snowden got him from behind. Here's tonight.
I can't tell you how much I like this kid. Comes from all the way on the other side of the line. Great length in his expect them to totally utilize the run game with Bryce Perkins.
2 tight ends. Joe Reed going out into the flat. Perkins will run it himself on the draw play. He's got a first down to the 29-yard line.
I just wanted to say hello. It's Hugh Jackman here. And remember, life is what you choose to make it, buddy. And you're making it fantastic for everyone around you.
Platform and how impressive they can be on these kids. Great job, Virginia.
Virginia got the first down by Perkins out of the timeout. Now he's looking to throw, dancing out of the pocket. Trying to get out of a sack. Can't. They wrapped him up in the backfield and brought him down.
A blessing it is to share some of that time with those kids for both parties.
A tip of the hat to Virginia for what they're doing. There is Perkins getting it in the hands of Tavares Kelly out to midfield. And it's going to be 4th down for the Cavaliers. And a 52-yard punt earlier in this game. A little rugby-style line drive number this time. And what a job by Coleman. Lester Coleman with a 49-yard punt. He's number 82 in the slot for Pitt. Virginia brings pressure off the edge. Pickett steps up and lowers his head very close to the line to get for the first down.
Have an opening on the left side behind Hargrove.
Kenny Pickett plunging ahead, and Pitt is able to move the chains again on 4th down.
Back to Arujo Lopes in that slot. Big option.
Pickett feeling the heat. Incomplete. How about that Virginia defense intended for Hall?
Started, then you get into your 2-minute rhythm.
The line keeping Perkins clean. He hits his receiver. There's Jana again, who had the touchdown for Virginia. And he'll tiptoe out of bounds. 3 receivers to the field. Perkins standing tall, now pushed out. Throwing downfield, has a man caught at the 21-yard line. Brian Delaney field goal range. Comes pressure. Perkins pumps, now he's in trouble. There's that sack he wasn't supposed to take. Rashad Weaver, the team's leader in sacks for Pitt, gets one here, and now we get a timeout. Ranked for the first time in 7 years. Trying to take the lead here just before halftime. Delaney's kick
is going to be a battle of the wills in the trenches.
It's a veteran O-line for Pitt. And they're going to get it to Maurice French. He's going to try to get to the outside and cut it up, but he can't. Third down and long.
You know, I talked about Snowden's length. Watch his length here, able to bench press Pitt's tight end and continue to run horizontally down the line of scrimmage. That's fine to Rougeau Lopes.
Pitt has yet to convert on third down tonight. 0 for 5. Stepping up, Pickett eludes the rush. And he may have the first down. Kenny Pickett willing his way to the 35-yard line. First down.
And really, Pickett getting through his progression quickly, realizing the defense fell back, and then that one cut.
Their 30th play of the night for the Panthers. They've got 135 yards of offense. 1 third down conversion. Pickett chased by Snowden, and he is caught from behind for the second time in this game by the 6'7" outside linebacker. Look at it again, but we showed you that he was down. Anyway, the officials blew the whistle, so the play was dead. So it's third down and about 5. Perkins escapes the pocket, and he is going to be hit at the 40. Great effort after the contact to get the first down. Him run well tonight. We've seen him throw pretty well here tonight as well. But now he's got a third down and a dozen. Throw over the middle. There is Reed. He makes, and he bobbled it and dropped it incomplete.
Some moves. I'll update you when I get more info.
That's a guy they need. Pickett steps up. Ball came out. And the Panthers are able to recover, but there's number 34, Bryce Hall, getting in the backfield and nearly causing a turnover for the Cavaliers. That's a loss.
Third down.
Pitt backs responsible to block him, and Hall doesn't hesitate. Right off the edge and not able to get home, finds the ball.
And that unit has done a good job tonight. Pickett in trouble again. Nearly sacked again, gets out of the jam and gets to the 12-yard line where he's pulled down from behind. That might be a horse collar. Yeah, there comes the flag.
As Pickett's running the line of scrimmage, telling where we want to go off numbers.
Well, Olesen is in on this play, and it's Quadri Olesen. That hamstring looks just fine.
Man, how about this block by big George Aston at fullback? Finding Blunt and collapsing him. Creating that hole for Olsen. I love George Aston. Look how he gets low on Blunt to make that block. Lopes, I've mentioned his name a couple times.
The pitch to Darren Hall. Another first down for the Panthers as this run game is finding traction now here late in the third quarter.
Run's going left here, Clay. He's seeing numbers going left.
Up the middle. And that's another first down for Pittsburgh. That's Maurice French in motion. They're going to run it again with Hall. Good run inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 2. Darren Hall, but it's first down, goal to go Pitt.
And it's really the block by Herndon, the right guard, that collapses that UVA defense.
Team play now.
On left.
All right. And it's Hall taking it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a drive.
Herndon at right guard with Jimmy Morrissey, the center and guard, staying connected on the hips, hitting their targets in their run game.
What a job Bronco Mendenhall has done changing the expectations of this Virginia program. As Perkins dives ahead, they expect to make a bowl game, and they want to compete for an ACC Coastal Championship. Getting loose, it's Ellis up the middle. Jordan Ellis ripping off one of the better runs of the night, the 42-yard line of Pitt.
And it's really Proctor with the great double-team block. And then rear guard, Feeler, rushed for 60. That's exactly where Pitt wants you.
Perkins is going to throw here, finds Kelly, and Kelly has enough for the first down and then some. That's a gain of 12 for Tavares Kelly. Started his career at Arizona State. And begun here on 3rd down and 4. And he finds his favorite target, Olamide Zaccheaus. We haven't called his name a lot tonight for Virginia.
Well, they motion him across to gain some leverage on Briggs, the safety for Pitt, and then he widens his release, gets the defender to move out of the way, opens that window up for Zaccheaus.
That's his 4th catch. He's been targeted 6 times tonight. Now Perkins looking to throw again. He's going to step up and get hit. There's Dwayne Hendricks, the defensive end, the former Tennessee volunteer, coming in for the sack.
You're not going to fool, but really this play is made by the middle linebacker, Elias Reynolds, because Perkins wants to go up in the pocket, and he stayed home, almost 2 gaps it.
That's Lamont Atkins in motion out of the backfield. Perkins on the draw, nowhere to go. Smothered by Rashad Weaver. He has been spectacular tonight. That's a loss of 3, and now it's decision time for Bronco Mendenhall. So Brian Delaney comes on. This will be a 42-yard attempt. Yes.
Play's got to get better.
And Pitt with a hole up the middle for Darren Hall. And he is off to the races. Darren Hall. He's got the hat trick, his 3rd touchdown tonight. This one for 75 yards. There's the man of the night, Darren Hall. He's got 3 touchdowns now. That goes 75 yards.
Let's watch the collapse of the right side of the Pitt offensive line. Down block. Dentino, the guard, pulls around, and then our guy, George Aston, leads through. And that sends Darren Hall for a huge touchdown. Aston opens up that hole, but it's the right side of that offensive line, collapsing the Virginia defense. And you get a guard pulling around for a kick-out block, and then you have your fullback lead through. And great backs. Let's throw into it that it can get you your first down.
3 receivers to the field. Perkins looking that way, but he's hit again. And Dwayne Hendricks has been in the backfield a ton tonight.
And because of Pitt getting so many people up in the line of scrimmage, Cowley's blocking Hendricks one-on-one for Hall all night.
They'll feed him again. Look at this, hurdling or trying to hurdle a defender. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line.
Protects the ball a little bit.
Pickett wants to throw. Coming back for the ball, incomplete. 54-yarder in the win against Duke. He's got 3 of the 4 longest field goals on the season in college football. This is well within his range. How about that? Alex Kessman does it again.
1 possession game. Believing in his players, that's the difference for Pitt right now.
6th career field goal make of 50 yards or more for Alex Kessman, the sophomore out of Clarkston, Michigan. Perkins on the play fake. Now gets charged up from behind, and he is swung down inside the 15-yard line, and the crowd is understandably upset that he didn't get rid of the football.
Well, coach, too many penalties, put the ball on the ground early, weren't good on 3rd down, and that's really hurt them in the second half.
Perkins able to get rid of it. Contact in the secondary. No flag this time intended for Zaccheaus. Damari Mathis on the coverage. And it's 4th down. Now there is a flag. Now this might be a celebration penalty. And you got to credit Kenny Pickett too, the distributor, doing a great job managing this offense. Another big run for Hall. His night's not over. Nearly got to the house again. He's tripped up finally from behind inside the 10.
Hall with the vision again. Great cutback. And the offensive line for Pitt continues to battle in-your-face defense. And that's exactly who Pat Narduzzi is. And that's exactly what he wants to get Pitt back to being.
Pitt's 5-4, 4-1 in the ACC. Virginia falls to 4-2 in the league, 6-3 overall. Pat Narduzzi and Bronco Mendenhall have great respect for one another.